So I've noticed something of late in Europe that I think seems to me anyways to be unprecedented. The top brass at the WEF are creeping out of the murky shadows and into the light. Now we're used to seeing the evil, not a Dr. Tetros at the WHO, Ursula von der Leyen, head of the EU Commission, Antonio Guterres, head of the UN, and Mark Rutte, who somehow or another, I don't know how he ended up heading NATO, and I don't like that idea, a WEF member heading NATO, but, well, it is what it is. We're used to hearing and seeing from them in public addresses. But of late, we're hearing and seeing from WEF brass that usually don't expose themselves to the light of public exposure, except perhaps at Davos. Ancient evil creatures like A.J. Banga, head of the World Bank. You ever heard that guy speak at Davos? Make your skin crawl, blood run cold. Kristalina Georgieva, head of the IMF. Now there's an ugly creature to behold, and I don't mean as an unattractive member of the fairer sex. She's making public addresses. Christina Lagarde, president of the European Central Bank. There's another evil old creature. There are others as well, but the message is consistent. We must defend the threat to democracy, and we are the ones to do it. The threat to democracy, threat and threats, aren't really defined. They're mentioned, they're emphasized, repeated to the point of beleaguerment. But we are here to defend democracy. We and we alone. Ursula von der Leyen, the wicked witch of the West, atop her evil throne in Brussels, and her European shield of democracy that she's trying to put through. Again, while they never actually define the threat, they're clear that they and they alone offer the only solutions. Stop the threats to democracy on social media. Digital ID, like somehow that stops these undefined threats to democracy. Witness the UK, right? Again, the threats is defined by them and them alone. Now in Canada we see bills like C-2828963 and Carney, quote, the world has become more dangerous and divided, blah blah blah, and then blah blah blah, with the American, our trading being over with them, and blah blah blah, and then again these threats to democracy being, well, in Canada, Bill C-28963. But I'm not sure why these evil WEF creatures are coming out into the light in Europe. Are they confident, overconfident, or is it the pushback that some of the countries are giving to the EU Commission? Again, headed by Ursula von der Leyen, the wicked witch of the WEF. We see Poland. Who else? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Poland, Hungary, Romania, and several other countries pushing back more and more. I just was watching an address that Ursula von der Leyen gave at the EU Parliament, and there was not a single parliamentarian there. She was talking to a completely empty hall. Nobody there except the press and the gallery behind her. And the main leftist party in the European Parliament, who just barely managed to support Ursula von der Leyen in her last re-election as head of the EU Commission, has turned their back on her. They're against her now. So what are we seeing with the WEF coming out of the shadows, so to speak, in Europe? Is it confidence or desperation? I'm not sure.